Good job, Casey.
Well, you might have gotten a notice in the mail that your credit card interest rate is going up. Is there anything you can do about it? The Debt Guru will have some answers. Welcome back. We're talking about credit cards. A lot of us have them. A lot of us have not paid off the balances. And you are going to probably see some interest rate hikes. So we have Mike Peterson with us here, the Debt Guru. What can we do?
Well, there are a few options that we have.
Okay, first of all, back up. This has happened a lot in the past year or so. You say it's going to be happening more up until February. Why?
In February, the Card Act takes place, which will put some restrictions on the creditors as to when they can increase your interest rates. Up until that point, the creditors have free rein to do whatever they want.
Okay, so we bailed them out.
We bailed them out.
And now they're just going to sock it to us before those go into
That's right.
effect.
Before
Nice.
the restrictions take place, they're going to increase the interest
Okay,
rates.
I'm not bitter. Okay, so now what can we do?
A few options. First and foremost, pay it off. If you can pay it off and continue to pay it off every month, you'll never pay the interest rate.
Right. What if you can't?
Whether it's high or not, it doesn't matter. If you can't, first option is try to negotiate. Call the creditor, ask for a manager.
Okay, ask for a manager, because otherwise they'll just say no, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Ask for a manager. Tell the manager what a stellar credit card customer you've been. Ask them to maintain your rate. This used to work really well prior to the credit crunch. It's a little harder to do, but it's worth the 5 to 10 minutes it'll take to see whether or not they'll maintain your rate.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, you could transfer your balance to another card with a lower interest rate. You want to check two things, though. Make sure the balance transfer fee is not going to be exorbitant.
Right, like 5% or whatever. How much is the percentage normally?
Well, it ranges.
It just ranges,
yeah,
okay.
huge range.
And then it might be an introductory rate.
It might be. That's the other thing that you want to check is make sure that the interest rate on the card that you're going to move the balance to is not also going to go up between now and February.
Right, like here's 8% for 6 months, but then 6 months from now you're no better off than you were.
Right. You're at 29% again.
Okay.
If that doesn't work, the next thing that you can do is opt out. Now, to opt out of the rate increase, you have to be...
Yeah, I've seen this,
You have to be proactive. You'll have to send in the opt-out request, or you'll need to contact the creditor and tell them you're opting out.
So is that a form, or is that just a letter? Or
Typically, it's a form that comes in the notice to increase the interest rate that you'll have to send back.
Okay, so if you just ignored that, you looked at it as fine print, call and ask for one?
Right.
Okay.
Or call and tell them you're opting out. To opt out will mean that you're going to pay the balance off at your current interest rate, but they're going to close the account.
Which might be a good thing anyway.
It might be a good thing anyway.
Right.
You won't have access to that credit, but closing the account could also have a negative impact on your credit score.
Even if you choose to close it?
Right. So
Okay.
be cautious that way. Last option is to accept the interest rate. And if you do nothing, you're going to accept the new interest rate going forward, which means you're going to pay it at 29%.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's great advice, Mike. Thanks a lot, especially going into the holidays. None of us want to be paying interest.
No.
We want to be paid interest.
Get it
not
paid
be
off.
paying it. Okay,
That's right.
All right. Thanks a lot.